Right Club!
These are big red house oven mitts. They have the heat resistance of silicone and the flexibility of cotton. Thanks, Amazon. I bought these because as I was transferring a cookie sheet of homemade black bean burgers from oven to stovetop, I felt my right index finger burning through my my old Dollar Tree oven mitts, and I didn't want to get burned again. I met Elo in April 2018. She was eating lunch in the back patio of our apartment complex. As I walked by, I said, "I like your idea." She laughed. I asked where she was from. She said, "New York," with a French accent. Ooh la la. I asked what brought her to La La Land. She said, "Acting." I moved to LA to be an actor too. Cupid, you clever baby. I shared some insights, then I went back into my apartment, grabbed a business card, gave it to her, and suggested we continue our conversation over a drink sometime. She took me up on my offer the following weekend. Elo is what I like to call a Rob Lynch special. She's smart, funny, and naturally attractive. She's easy to talk with, has a childlike wonder, and sends fun, flirty, and supportive texts. And she's French. Intoxicating. Elo and I started spending a lot of time together. Every Friday was Figaro Friday. We would meet at the French Bistro across the street from our apartment complex at 5:30, grab a table outside, and take advantage of their happy hour with a glass or 5 of wine. We would talk for hours about everything and nothing. One night we traveled from Figaro to Govel, another Los Feliz wine bar. We were buzzed, so I pulled out my iPhone and opened up the 36 Questions to Fall in Love with Anyone app. Sometimes Cupid installs an app on your iPhone. For those of you not familiar with this concept, a psychologist devised a series of 36 questions. Partners ask each other in succession and then fall in love. The questions progressively get deeper and more personal. It's like boiling a frog in a pot. I'm the frog in this scenario. Question number 10 is, if you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be? I told her my father was an alcoholic. She responded, her mother was an alcoholic. Our first vulnerable share. There's a quote floating around Instagram that says, "Do yourself a favor and take mixed signals as a no." I retort, why do that when you can inflict a ton of emotional pain on yourself instead? Besides, dating in French culture is completely different than it is in the US. I Googled it. There's no French word for date. They typically go on group dates and they don't have the relationship conversation. And I figured it would be good for me to let a relationship unfold naturally for once. Maybe Cupid prefers a slow burn. That said, there were red flags, like the time we were at the Ye Old Rustic Inn for Tuesday night karaoke, and a woman came up to us and said, "I don't want to interrupt this budding relationship, but can I sneak between you and order a drink?" Elo immediately turned to the dude to her right and introduced herself. Awesome. Then there was the time we went to the tiki bar after Figaro Friday with 2 of her friends. 2 of her dude friends. After last call, one of the dude friends ordered an Uber to go to a late night dance club. She left with them. I stumbled home alone. The biggest red flag was when I asked her out to dinner for the following night. She agreed, but after sending a text to confirm, she texted back, "Oh no, completely forgot about the possibility of having dinner. Made other plans, so sorry." I ran into her at 11 a.m. the next morning, returning from wherever she spent the night. Some people see red flags and approach them like Jeremy Renner's character in The Hurt Locker, covered head to toe in full body armor. I approach red flags like the Joker in The Dark Knight. Bullets, guns, anarchy. Summer turned to fall. After seeing the Witches of Eastwick at the Montalban, we chatted in front of our apartments. She was flying to New York the next day to run the New York City Marathon in honor of her mother, who passed from cancer. I told her to have a great time, and I miss her. I gave her a hug. She didn't go into her apartment right away, so I hugged her again and kissed her on the cheek. She smiled and went inside. It was the first time I felt, maybe there is something here. See? Slow burn, Cupid! After she returned from New York, we resumed our Figaro Fridays. The Friday before Thanksgiving, I was sharing my Landmark Forum life coach, and therapy experiences. Heavy-duty life shit. Our conversation was cut short when her friends joined us. At 10:30, everyone left, and Elo asked me if I wanted to share my story over drinks at the Rustic Inn. We walked the 4 blocks arm in arm. It was nice. We were 2 IPAs in when she mentioned how running had changed her mentally, emotionally, and physically. She said she didn't like that her calves were so muscular. I touched her calf. She looked me in the eye and said, "We're just friends." Cupid ninja kicked me in the dick. Conventional wisdom would suggest we were just friends, but just in case, I watched YouTube videos on what does it mean when she says you're just a friend? Does it really mean we're just friends? Most of the videos suggested moving on, but one suggested flirting. Be the guy she wants to date. So that's what I did. The Sunday after Thanksgiving, I met Elo at the Hollywood Christmas parade. We joked, I flirted, she laughed. She mentioned how she loved running now. I joked I didn't know this person and reintroduced myself like we were meeting again for the first time. When we arrived back at our apartments, I referenced the reintroduction bit and said, "It was nice meeting you, Elo. Maybe we could grab dinner sometime, or perhaps go on a date." She paused and said, "I want to stay at the friend level, but I'll take you up on the dinner offer." Thanks for the shiv, Cupid. After seeing La La Land at the Montalban, how appropriate, she asked me if I would help her transport a Christmas tree. Every fiber in my body said no, but anarchy. So I spent 7 hours helping her secure, transport, and set up a Christmas tree. The following Tuesday, she canceled on the dinner we scheduled because she forgot she had another obligation. I was pissed. That's when it finally occurred to me, this is not working out, and I should probably take some space. I went home to Chicago for Christmas. Elo went home to France. Elo and I met twice in 2019. The first time, after she canceled on me to see a movie premiere, she said she wanted to be friends. She extended an invite to her birthday party, and she informed me she had a new boyfriend. Cupid, you backstabbing piece of shit. I told her I needed time. 3 months went by. In March, I received the text. "Happy Friday, Rob. How have you been? Spring is on its way, and I tried to give you space for the whole winter. I was wondering if you would like to meet me at Figaro for our Figaro Friday and take it from there. Catching up like the good old times. Or if we should end our friendship. Please let me know. I have a table in the sun. P.S. Running out of battery." I declined. We met shortly thereafter at the Atrium, another bar in Los Feliz. She asked me if I'd been back to Figaro. After I said I wasn't going back, she called me a fake, said I threw away 9 months of friendship, and broke up with me. A friendship breakup. We haven't talked since. Cupid can be a cruel motherfucker, and he can remind you to listen to your intuition and set better boundaries. He can encourage you to take a hard look at your patterns and consider making major life changes. And he can recommend you reconsider using Google and YouTube for dating advice.